Hello there and welcome to Loco for Leeds. It's my channel where we talk all things Leeds United. I'm of course George. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome along to any new subscribers, to any new watchers. Everybody's welcome here at Loco for Leeds. And today we are previewing that game against Wolves. Leeds United are back at Elland Road. Seems like we've played quite a few games at Elland Road over the last few weeks. We're back there, back again, and this time Wolverhampton Wanderers are the visitors. It's another traditional 3 o'clock Saturday kickoff. There has been many of them so far this season. I'm sure that'll change, particularly with the Christmas fixtures around the corner. We've already seen plenty of fixtures changed so far for that festive period. But anyway, let's get on with the preview. So, of course, bit of team news then, and Bielsa has had his press conference, and a bit of disappointment really from that press conference. Really, hasn't there been? I think after having a week off, a week after the international break as well, to get injuries sorted out. I think we kind of hoped that, that everything, the players would come back in and first team players would come back and everybody would be fine by this point. But Bielsa has said that that's not the case. Obviously Bamford and Ayling missed the game at Southampton. That dreadful match, of course it was. And they will be again missing for this Wolves game. Firpo's missing still. Bielsa said he'll miss the next few games. Robin Koch is still out injured. And let's be honest, that isn't a great miss, to be fair. No disrespect to Robin Koch, but he hasn't really lit up Leeds at all since he's been here. Lots of injuries. He's rarely off the injury table, is he? But the big news is, unfortunately, that Calvin Phillips is not going to be ready for this one. And that is a hammer blow to Leeds United. It always is when KP is missing, isn't it? Calvin is that machine in the middle, and for me and for a lot of other fans, I'm sure, he needs support, he needs help, he needs acceptable cover, which we just haven't got. And again, we'll see it in this game here. On Saturday, and it's a key battle which I'm going to pick out a little bit later on in this video, and something that I'm going to try and do going forward in the previews is pick out a key battle where I think it's going to be won and lost this game. But yeah, look, Calvin is going to be a massive miss, I think, personally. Bielsa said he's healthy, which for me, Bielsa always talks in riddles, doesn't he? And I don't really, just come out and say it. Personally, I'd like to see a bit more. It's almost a kind of robotic response from Bielsa. Obviously, you've got the translator in there as well, but you never quite get much from him, do you, really? And he's basically said he's healthy, but he hasn't trained a great deal. He hasn't played a lot of football. More training needs to be done before he's ready to play. He's basically said it's come too soon, this game, for Calvin. And if he's healthy, as Bielsa's put it, why does he not play? You know what I mean? Why? Why? Just why? Because he knows how important he is to our team. He's done it before with Phillips. He's left him out when perhaps it would be better to put him in, because you look at who we're gonna have in there. It's going to be Pascal Struijk, isn't it? And that's just not good enough, because as we all know, he cannot play this position to save his life. As I said in my review of that Southampton game, he had a disastrous game in this one. Hopefully they do better, because I do believe he'll start. But a bit of positive team news as well. There hasn't been much over recent weeks, but Obviously, our Brazilian man, Magic Man, Rafinha, will be back in contention for this game. He's got another week's training under his belt. Obviously, last weekend at Southampton was a no-go. Of course it was. This time I believe that, yeah, he'll obviously start. He's had a week's training. He'll be sharp. He'll be raring to go. Sorry, he'll be raring to go in this game and perhaps get a goal. Get Leeds firing. Get Leeds a bit more excitement in that team, and I'm sure the Ellen Road crowd on Saturday will give that, and we'll be fully behind the lads. Let's get behind them and let's see us into another win. Please, Leeds, let's have a win. But yeah, obviously Raph's back. Brilliant news, and I believe obviously he'll start. Dan James will probably drop out of the starting lineup, but that brings me to my key battle here, and then we'll talk a little bit about Wolves. Key battle has got to be in the middle of the field there. It's got to be Struijk against Neves. Sorry, it's got to be. Ruben Neves is such a good player, and he controls that midfield. You've also got Moutinho in there as well, haven't you? So together as a pair, as a centre midfield pair, they are very dynamic. They score some goals. They're good together. And Neves as a player by himself is very, very impressive, obviously, as well. Against Struijk, because it's going to be Struijk, isn't it? And let's be honest, it's a bit of a mismatch in there. If you're going up against KP and they're matching them two up, you kind of think, okay, we've got a chance here. But when, you like to Pascal Struijk coming in and sort of filling in for Phillips, we don't have a midfield. For me, no Phillips equals no midfield equals the other team just basically bypassing from their defence immediately to their attack and just going straight through our team, because we don't have the cover there. It's not the way that Bielsa plays, and for me, the way Bielsa plays, obviously that centre defensive midfielder screens the back four, but there's no in that other front four. There's nobody coming back to really help out defensively with a centre midfielder, with a lone centre midfielder, and it hasn't worked this season. And for me, this is a real area where we need to improve, and this is an area where Wolves are very strong in. It's going to be an area where the battle of who's going to win is going to be there, and whoever wins that battle potentially might win the game, because we are so open in situations this season where last season, even though I know it was the same formation, but Phillips just seemed to control midfield a little bit more than he has done when he's played this season. And in his absence, the cover is not good enough at all. And, it's a worry for Saturday. But let's talk a little bit about Wolves, because they started quite slow under the new manager. They obviously went Portuguese again with the manager option, and they started slowly, but they've won the last three, and they're really motoring now. They're looking like a really dangerous side that we know they have been while they've been back in the Premier League under Nuno, and then the new manager has continued that exciting brand of football that they play. They've got such a dangerous squad, in my opinion. It's very exciting to watch. I know they started slow, like I said, but new manager seems to have got his views across, got his way of playing. I'd expect probably a 4-3-3 from Wolves on Saturday. And they've got so many different options in there that they can play. Really, so many dangerous options. It's just like, Jimenez is coming back from injury. Obviously, we spoke about Neves. He's the really, really quality player that we really need to look out for. But Jimenez is coming back from his injury, but it's good to see him back after that dreadful head injury. But he's a really dangerous player on his day. They've got Juan, who has started really well on loan from Leipzig in Germany. He's looking like a dangerous player now. He's hit the ground running in a Wolves shirt. So, you know, they've got Adama Traore, who, of course, on his day causes issues. You know, all over that attacking line, they've got real quality players. Dendoncker as well is a threat. So yeah, we're looking at it and you're thinking all over that attacking options are defensive lads. Obviously, Strauch, Cooper, Llorente, you know, everybody's got to be in there and ready to do battle with this Wolves team, because their tails are going to be up. They're coming off the back of 3 wins in a row: Southampton, Newcastle and Villa. That comeback win against Aston Villa. Last 10 minutes, they were 2-0 down. They came back to win 3-2. They're going to be buzzing from that one still. So no doubt about it, this game is going to be very, very difficult. Wolves have given as good as they've got in terms of goals conceded and goals scored. 8 goals scored, 8 goals conceded. And look, like I said, they started the season pretty slowly, but they've really started to hit a stride now and show the team that we, you know, as Premier League watchers, as football fans, we know that they're a dangerous side. And for me, you know, Leeds we're going to struggle if anything, you know, if last Saturday's anything to go on. But let's look at the last time this fixture happened, nearly a year ago to the day. It was the 19th of October that Leeds played Wolves at Ellen Road again. Wolves came in that Portuguese kit, didn't they? That dark red and green kit. And it was that man Jimenez who scored the goal, the one goal that ended up being the match winner. It was a bit of a scrappy goal if I can remember it. But yeah, they won the game. They won the game 1-0 at Molineux as well in February. So who bets on a 1-0 win for Wolves again? Hopefully they won't get that. But look, we really, really need a win here, because, you know, otherwise for me this situation could end up getting toxic. But let's just run through my starting 11. It'll be Meslier in goal, obviously. Left back Dallas, centre backs Cooper, Llorente. Right back will be James Shackleton, I think. CDM, Pascal Strauch. Left wing, Harrison. In the middle, it'll probably be Click and probably Roberts, unfortunately, again. And then on the right, Rafinha will be back, of course. And then it'll be Rodrigo up top. Unfortunately, again, he offers absolutely nothing, in my opinion. In my opinion, I've said this ever since Dan James came in. I know it's quite attacking, but heck, what have we really got to lose at this point, where we had such a poor display at Southampton? Where have we got it to lose? We've got to go attacking. We've got to go and attack Wolves. We have to. And so I've said they might play a 4-3-3. Wolves, it'll probably be more likely a 3-4-3. And if it's a back three, we can surely get at them there. Surely we can get at them with the pace, with the, you know, with the counter, the quick counters, the suffocation that we give to other teams. Hopefully we can find that back again in this game. And like I said, for me, I'd like to see Raph in the middle with Rodrigo, drop Click and Roberts, put them on the bench. They haven't been good enough the last few weeks. And I think Rodrigo would benefit from that. And then there's the question I hear you ask, well, who's going to go up front? And, why not try something, something new? Even maybe put Raph up front, Maybe put him up front. Is it time now to dabble with the formations? Maybe Raph up front, Rodrigo, and I've just said drop one of the two, Click or Roberts. But perhaps we go with Click and Roberts as Click and Rodrigo as number 10s. Harrison and James out wide with Raphinha up front. Would that work? You know, it's got to the point where we start to question, come on, let's maybe mix it up a little bit. Say, you know, sick of the same old stale situation in the lineup where nothing seems to change and nothing is really working at the moment. Maybe change it up a little bit. But having said that, Bielsa would probably prefer to play, Rodrigo up top, Robertson and Raphinha in the middle, Harrison and James out wide. So whatever way you want to put it, I think what I'm trying to say is I think Raphinha would be good in the number 10 role because it's really not working with Rodrigo up top, and I would personally like to see Raph with Rodrigo in the number 10 role. Obviously when Bamford's fit, obviously it's a no-brainer, Bamford goes up top. If you're going to play that, who the heck goes up top, really? Because Tyler Roberts isn't the answer to any questions that we have. But anyway, let me know what your thoughts on the game. Are you going? Any Wolves fans watching? Welcome along to the channel. I hope you don't have a nice day on Saturday, obviously. But, you know, let me know in the comments. Are you going? Your score predictions and all that sort of thing. But thanks very much for bearing with me today, and thank you very much for for subscribing. If you haven't, remember to subscribe to the channel for more Leeds United content. But that's all from me today. Thank you very much for watching, marching on together, and I will see you on the next one.